Welcome to the final lesson in this three-part series of how to travel anywhere in the world for less than $100. In part one, we learned that the fastest way to earn frequent flyer miles is through credit card sign-up bonuses and strategic spending. In part one, I even showed you my credit score and showed you that it was possible to sign up for multiple travel credit cards without ruining your credit score. Then in part two, I showed you two of my favorite credit cards that you could sign up for and you could earn 90,000 frequent flyer miles, which is enough frequent flyer miles to get you anywhere in the world when you transfer those miles to United. And in today's lesson, I'm going to be taking you inside the United website and I'm going to be showing you exactly how you can search for and book an award flight using those 90,000 points you earn from signing up for the two credit cards. So let's jump into it. In today's lesson, we're not actually going to be spending very much time here in the slides. Instead, we're going to jump over to the United website where I'll log into my account and show you exactly how to search and book award flights using frequent flyer miles. We're going to be looking for two flights in today's lesson. The first is going to be from New York to Rome, Italy. This is a flight that we've been looking at throughout this lesson that costs 60,000 points round trip. Next, we're going to be looking for a flight from the US to Australia costing 80,000 points round trip. So now let's jump over to the United website and get started. Now we're here on the home page of my United account. I've already logged into my account and we're going to get started by searching for the flight from New York to Rome. The first thing we're going to do is start out by putting New York in the from field. So we'll choose all airports to give ourselves the maximum amount of flexibility. And then we're going to search for airports in Rome. Now, one thing you want to make sure you do when you're searching for an award flight is click this box that says My Dates Are Flexible. Otherwise, you're going to be searching for a flight on a specific day, and this will show you an entire month calendar of award availability. So we're going to be searching for this flight in October. Let's say that we want to stay for a week. We'll choose 7 days, and we'll search for a flight for one adult. The other thing that you have to make sure that you do is click this checkbox down here that said search for award travel. Otherwise, you'd be searching for a paid flight. So now that we have all of our information entered, we're going to click the search button. So now that United has gone through the search process, we're seeing award availability in both October and November of 2017. If you look over here on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see that a solid blue line equals Saver Award availability. Essentially, those are the flights that we're looking for because Saver Awards are the cheapest. Those are the flights that we've been talking about that cost 30,000 points one way from North America to Europe. Okay, so let's say you want to fly out on the 1st. What we'll do is we'll select this date, and then down here below the calendar, all of the available flights on that day will load. So now we're seeing the different flights that we have to choose from on October 1st. This first one's actually looking really good. Only 8 hours and 25 minutes to fly from New York to Rome. As you can see, this flight's going to cost us 30,000 points and we're going to pay $5.60 in taxes and fees. So what we're going to do now is select this flight. So now we've selected our outbound flight. And the next thing that we're going to see is award availability for our return flight. So because there's no blue line on October 8th, that means that no Saver Economy awards are available. So what we'll need to do is choose a flight on the 9th instead. Again, all of the available flights are going to load down below the calendar and we're going to see all of the flights that are available on October 9th. As you can see, the taxes and fees are a little higher on the return leg of the trip. However, the total cost of this trip is still going to be less than $100. So this flight is only 12 hours and 45 minutes, 30,000 points, and $72 in taxes and fees. So this one looks pretty good, so we're going to click select. Next, we're going to be taken to a page where we can review our trip itinerary. And if you look over here at the right-hand side of the page, you can see that the total cost for this trip is going to be 60,000 miles and $77.66 in taxes and fees. So we're flying from New York to Rome for less than $100. In order to complete the transaction, all we need to do is scroll down and click continue. From there, you'll enter in your personal information, you'll check out, and your flights will be booked using frequent flyer miles. So as you can see, searching for and booking an award flight really isn't that complicated, especially if your dates are flexible. It can get a little complicated if you have to fly out on a specific date. Then there are some advanced search strategies that you can use, but we won't be getting into that today. Instead, let's look at our second example of flying from Los Angeles to Sydney, Australia. So now we're back on the home page of our United account. And to get started searching for this flight to Australia, in the from field we're going to choose Los Angeles. And in the to field we're going to choose Melbourne, Australia. We're going to click My Dates Are Flexible. We're going to look for a flight during the month of November, and we're going to stay for 10 days. So we've chosen one adult, we're flying economy. The next thing we need to do is click Search for Award Travel. Now we're ready to actually search for these awards. So now we're back on the results page, and United is showing us all of the award availability that they found. Again, anywhere that you see one of these solid blue lines, that's a Saver Economy Award, which is what we're looking for, because that flight is going to be the cheapest, costing us 40,000 points one way. We're going to just go ahead and choose November 1st, and then we're going to let the flights that are available that day load down here below the calendar. Now that our flights have loaded, we have to choose the exact flight that we want on that day. So this one's 40,000 points. It costs $21.60 in taxes and fees, and it's only going to be 16 hours of total travel time to get to Australia. So we're going to select this flight. So now that we've selected our outbound flight, we need to find our return flight. So 10 days from the 1st is going to be the 11th, and below it's already pulled up all of the available flights on the 11th. So here's a flight that's only 14 hours and 20 minutes of total travel time. The taxes and fees are only $77.26, so we're going to go ahead and select that flight. Now we're back to the page where we can review our trip itinerary. And over here you can see our total again. We're paying 80,000 frequent flyer miles, and we've just squeaked in under $100, and we're paying a total in taxes and fees of $98.86. So now we've successfully found 2 available award flights on the United website. All you have to do is repeat this process for whichever destination you want to visit. Also, if you want to travel somewhere besides Europe or Australia and you want to know how many miles it's going to cost you on the United website, all you have to do is jump over to Google and search United Award Chart. Then just click on this first result that says Interactive Travel Destination Award Chart. Then you're going to be taken to this page on the United website where you'll be able to choose your origin and destination to see how many miles it's going to cost to get between the two. So we'll choose the mainland US, and then we'll say you want to fly to the Caribbean. Once we've selected both of those, the amount of miles it costs is going to show up down below the map. So to get from North America to the Caribbean is going to cost 17,500 points one way on an Economy Saver Award. If you wanted to go to Central America, it would be the same price, and then Northern South America, the frequent flyer miles required would jump up to 20,000. You could also look at Africa, so we could choose Northern Africa, and as you can see, it would be 40,000 points to fly from North America to Northern Africa. So that was just one more helpful tip that you can use to determine how many miles you're going to need to get from point A to point B. This 3-part mini-series is coming to an end, but before I let you go, I wanted to make sure that you fully grasp the concept, because really it's a simple 3-step process. First, you need to apply for the right credit cards. In this case, we were looking at the Chase Sapphire Preferred and the United Mileage Plus Explorer card. Then you need to meet the minimum spend on those credit cards so that you can get your 90,000 United miles. Finally, all you need to do is go to the United website and use the process that I just showed you to find and book your award flight to anywhere in the world for less than $100. I hope you've enjoyed this series, and I hope that you'll take action on the information that I've given you in these last 3 videos to book your first super cheap flight. But you might want to hold off on taking action just one more day, because tomorrow I'm going to be giving you the opportunity to see all of the tips, tricks, and strategies that I've used to earn close to 2 million frequent flyer miles. And I'll be showing you how you can do the exact same thing. So make sure to check your inbox tomorrow. Also, if you do end up taking action on this information, please send me a picture or a message or something, because I would love to see where your next adventure takes you.